Hi, I'm Rick Sonnenfeld, and I'm a first-year international security student at the Josef Korbel School at the University of Denver. My current focus is on security cooperation in Africa. The reason why I chose the Korbel School was I was looking for a top 10 school in international studies. But I also wanted a program that gave me the specific degree program of international security. From there, I was able to research some of the previous alum that have gone on to greater fame, such as General George Casey and Condoleezza Rice, and then also the current dean of the school, Ambassador Chris Hill. And that pedigree has kind of given me the confidence to know that this degree will not only set me up, but that who I am learning from and who my instructors are really world class. So the faculty here has been phenomenal as well. So I'm currently taking 18 credits. I'm on an accelerated degree program where I'm trying to graduate in 5 quarters. It's ambitious, but it is also definitely doable. What this ends up being is there are 3 5-credit classes and 1 3-credit class. They all still meet for basically the same duration or length of time. There's just a few less papers or assignments due for the 3-credit class. Each class still meets only once per week, so I find that extremely manageable. I usually try to give myself a day on either side of the weekend for family time and to take advantage of the great opportunities that this unique university here in Denver, Colorado gives. The fact that it's still world class but has ski slopes, other recreational and outdoor activities that fit my lifestyle is really a benefit. But my average day looks like getting up at about 7:30, being out the door at 8, at classroom at about 8:30, and the class starting at about 9. Done at noon, and then I'm usually back home reading, and then writing papers in the evening as the thoughts kind of progress in my mind. I'm not sure that I can exactly specify what the average reading requirement is. I have a class this quarter that's Classics in Security and Strategy that is 9 different books. Some of them the classics of Machiavelli and Mao Zedong, and are going to be much easier reads, much faster. Other classics like Clausewitz will be a couple weeks of endeavor to make my way through that. But the better perspective for me to look at this is that I have the opportunity to read these classics, to read these well-documented works, to read these works that are common to other people in the security field that they're going to know and be able to reference, that my instructors expect me to be able to insightfully digest and make a comparative analysis from that. And this is my opportunity, this is my time to do that reading with no other distractions, without a career, with no other job, with nothing else. So while the reading requirement may be heavy, it's again not unmanageable, but it should definitely be taken as something that taken advantage of and viewed as an excellent opportunity to maximize. So my current favorite class or series of classes has been on civil wars and international responses. Again, as an international security student who's looking to go into and remain in that field, I've been doing a 3-part paper on causes of conflict in the Liberian Civil War from 1989 to 2003. Then looking at the war termination efforts and the role that international actors such as the United Nations, the African Union, ECOWAS, ECOMOG, and other heavyweights within that region such as Nigeria played in those efforts. And then now in this quarter, I've been working on the culminating effort on that, which is basically the peace building and the state building plan that was put into place post-2003 in Liberia. So again, as someone who sees himself as an Africanist and someone who wants to put his security credentials to use in Africa, being able to concentrate what's going to turn out to be basically a 40-page paper on Liberia, and something that's still very relevant because it's still undergoing a lot of growth and regeneration post-Civil War. Is very relevant to me. So I am an active duty Army officer, and I have been fortunate to receive the opportunity from the Army to attend graduate school during the duration of my commitment to the U.S. Army. And I will be returning to Africa in some capacity, most probably in the security cooperation field. But again, something that I think that other students can benefit from is that there are other active duty service members attending the University of Denver, and there are a plethora of other people that attend, whether that be Peace Corps volunteers, other fellows, Pickering Fellows, Bourne scholarships. All those people round out the total core of the student body at the Korbel School. So I hope that others are learning from my perspective, but I'm definitely learning from others as well. The best advice I can give to incoming international security student is to look at the sequencing of your courses. If you're going to be trying to graduate on any accelerated timeline, there's very little wiggle room to take any of them out of order, or to not take anything out of the core curriculum in the initial quarters. If you're on the traditional 6-quarter track that's going to encompass 2 full years, and you're going to do a fellowship, then my advice would be to start looking at your fellowship or your internship as early as possible. They're extremely competitive, and a lot of these submission deadlines are very shortly after courses commence. So for us, courses commenced on September 12th, and some of the internship applications were due September 30th. It's not a lot of time if you're not prepared, if you're not ahead of the game. If you can arrive to campus early and work with the career services people, they can get you set up for that as early as possible.